Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video and welcome back to WWE 2K Universe Mode, where today we have a very exciting video on our hands. Before we go any further in this simulation, before I get onto the topic of It's Sting, we are back on WWE 2K19 on the PC with mods and everything. I can finally say rest in piss Bozo to 2K20 because thank the gods, hallelujah. It is over. There is no more 2K20 happening here. I mean, well actually there may be some, to be fair, in case I decide to go back to any other simulations I've done over there on Universe Mode on 2K20. But you know what? Generally, it's over. We're done. The ideal scenario is that I never have to go back to that game ever again. I'm probably going to uninstall it, honestly. And man, that is going to feel so damn good. But speaking of feeling so damn good, by the time I'm uploading this video, I may have hit 10,000 subscribers. And so if I have hit 10K, then thank you all so much for helping me hit this milestone. I greatly appreciate it. And if I haven't hit 10K by then, by the time this video has been uploaded, then this is a very big one for me because we're now on WWE 2K on the PC on Universe Mode, and I've I've modded the hell out of it to get basically a full AEW roster, because today's simulation, we're going to be seeing what it's like if Sting, the man who just returned to AEW, we're going to basically simulate his AEW career for the next calendar year. So without any more further ado, let's go ahead and jump back into WWE 2K Universe Mode to see what the Icon's AEW career simulation is going to end up being like. And so yeah, let's jump into seeing Sting's AEW career. And so now here we are on the WWE 2K menus for AEW Dynamite, and before we even take a look at this card here, the Young Bucks are taking on the SCU, or SCU, not the SCU. But anyway, let's run through this roster right here and show you what AEW mods we have here for this simulation. I haven't installed every single AEW superstar because it was a very time-consuming process, but I've got the majority of the main people in AEW here for today. And then of course, as we move forward, I will go ahead and install other AEW superstars. There'll be a lot more of a women's division. You'll notice I've only got Hikaru Shida at the moment in this simulation, but eventually when we go ahead and include other WWE superstars and see what they will be like in AEW, hint for a future video, then we'll go ahead and add in more AEW women's superstars as well. But moving on now to the AEW roster and all the mods that I've installed, it is a pretty stacked roster that Sting is going to be going up against in this simulation. You got the Brian Cage, I don't know why I keep saying the, why do I keep saying the in front of things? The SCU, the Brian Cage, you know what I mean. Brian Cage, the Machine, is right there, looking great as always. Brody Lee, also on AEW Dynamite, the Exalted One. Cash Wheeler as part of FTR. Chris Jericho, of course, that render is clean as hell. You can see he's got the allies as well. I even did the inner circle as of now as his allies just for full accuracy. Enemies John Moxley as well. Christopher Daniels, SCU. He is also a part of this simulation right here. You got Cody Rhodes, whose enemy is MJF, of course, that makes sense. Darby Allin, who is currently the AEW TNT champion. Dax Harwood, who is also a part of FTR. Dustin Rhodes, Hikaru Shida, as you can see. Joey Janela, the bad boy. John Moxley. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I don't think I did that full justice. Let me do that again. John Moxley is also here in this simulation. Frankie Kazarian as a part of SCU. Kenny Omega, who is currently the AEW World Champion. It'll be interesting to see if Sting goes after Kenny Omega. That'd be a banger right there. Luchasaurus. I only got Luchasaurus, by the way. Don't have the full Jungle Express yet, but we'll get them for the full for the future simulations. Matt Hardy, enemy Sammy Guevara, of course. Matt Jackson, a part of the Young Bucks. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, I'm better than you and you know it. Miro, aka Rusev. Nick Jackson, Ortiz, Pac, the Bastard, Pentagon Jr., who, by the way, fun story time. I swear we're going to get onto the actual simulation in a second, but I tried to install Ray Phoenix as well because I thought, let me get the Lucha Bros in this simulation. I went to install the Ray Phoenix mod, and for some reason the file had a password on it, and for whatever reason I couldn't find the password anywhere. I was legitimately looking everywhere to find the password for this file. It was locked, and I couldn't find another Ray Phoenix mod, so Ray Phoenix just isn't in here right now, but hopefully in the future we can get him in. Sammy Guevara, Santana, who, by the way, his render render is Sonata from NJPW because I could not for the life of me find a Santana render for this video, so I just decided to do Santana, tomato, whatever. Anyway, Scorpio Sky is also here, third member of SU. Shawn Spears, the former Perfect 10, Sting, of course, that is the last member of the roster, and he is who we're doing this simulation with. And so here we go with the first AEW Dynamite of the simulation. We'll be going a full year, and actually before I simulate, there's one more thing I forgot to tell you. So I was having a little bit of trouble with actually installing the AEW pay-per-view, so for this simulation right here, we're not going to go ahead and have any of the Double or Nothing or All Out or anything, just because I kept getting stuck in, my god, I can't speak today, but I kept getting stuck on an infinite loading screen. It was just a picture of Alexa Bliss, and I was just staring at that picture of Alexa Bliss for hours. Context, that sounds... Anyway, the point is, I was trying to install all these AEW pay-per-views, and for some reason I just kept getting stuck on a loading screen, so I've just essentially decided that for this simulation, we're just gonna have AEW Dynamite. But the good thing about Universe Mode is that throughout the year, they'll be still doing championship matches and everything for the high power ranking superstars, and so there will still be championship matches. There's still an opportunity for Sting to win a belt and all this kind of thing, because the matches will happen on AEW Dynamite instead of the actual pay-per-views. Hopefully that makes sense. Now let's finally simulate a goddamn show. So here we are once again on AEW Dynamite for the Young Bucks taking on Kazarian and Christopher Daniels as a part of SCU. We're just going to go ahead and do what we normally do in these simulations, simulate the full card. Okay, so the Young Bucks go ahead and beat SCU. Is Sting on this card though? On the first card of AEW, Shawn Spears beats Joey Janela. Kenny Omega loses to Matt Hardy. Okay, yes, he has beaten the AEW World Champion. Santana and Ortiz are defeated by FTR, and Brody Lee beats Darby Allin, the TNT champion, in the main event. No Sting for the first show. On to week 2. Here we go for AEW Dynamite week 2, where Brian Cage has a match and he beats Shawn Spears. Okay, is Sting on this card? Scorpio Sky picks up a big win against the TNT champion, who is just on a losing streak right now. Kenny Omega loses to Matt Hardy again. Okay, and Sting in his first match in a potential rivalry against Miro, I am the best man, has beaten Miro. Okay, interesting, Sting, I see you, big man. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to see Rusev, oh not Rusev, I want to see Miro get that opportunity for himself, a rivalry against Sting. That'd be great to see. Obviously not as the best man, but maybe as a different gimmick. But anyway, in the main event, Luchasaurus has lost to Brody Lee. Here we are on AEW Dynamite week 3, where Cody is taking on Kenny Omega. Okay, did not mean to click on that. Where's Simulate? Okay, Simulate all the matches. Kenny Omega finally gets a win over Cody Rhodes, or finally gets a win in general, I should say. First time beating Cody in this simulation. Sting has won a triple threat against Matt Hardy, yes, and what's his name in AEW? I forget his name. The glove guy with Tully Bland. Anyway, Shawn Spears has lost to Sting. Okay, Sting, you're on a bit of a winning streak. I've yet to lose in AEW, which is exactly what you'd expect from the icon. Anyway, Chris Jericho has pinned the TNT champion Darby Allin. Interesting. Okay, FTR versus the Young Bucks. The wrestling world is rejoicing once again because FTR have beaten the Young Bucks. And in the main event, Brian Cage has beaten Brody Lee. But now we move on to AEW Dynamite week 4, where Chris Jericho, Darby Allin, and Brian Cage are in a triple threat match. Let's go ahead and see who won that. Chris Jericho has once again... Darby Allin is on a losing streak right now. He has not won a single match as the TNT champion. You hate to see it. The Bastard Pack has beaten Glove Guy, Ty Dillinger, Shawn Spears, whatever. I really shouldn't be disrespecting Shawn Spears that much because I do like him. But anyway, I don't know what his nickname is and it's driving me insane. So Glove Guy it is. Anyway, Pack has picked up the win. Sting has lost to the Exalted One. Oh, that's kind of big right there, you know. That is quite big. Okay, maybe Sting's about to join the Dark Order, even though there's no other Dark Order members in this simulation, but that doesn't mean they can't form a new Dark Order right now before I install, like, Stu Grayson and all the other mandem. Anyway, Kenny Omega has finally beaten Matt Hardy. He gets his win back over there. And in a rivalry match, the Young Bucks, the tag team champions, have lost to FTR. Very interesting how things are going at the moment. Sting is, he's 2 wins and 1 loss at the moment, and I'm keeping record of his win-loss a little bit because obviously AEW does that. Whereas when it comes to WWE and all those WWE simulations I was doing, I mean, wins and losses don't really matter, do they, Vince? Anyway, we are now here in June week 1 and we are about to see what is happening on AEW Dynamite this week. Miro is taking on Darby Allin and Darby Allin has lost once again. He is losing to everyone. Everyone is running a train on Darby Allin. Anyway, Proud and Powerful have beaten SCU. Matt Hardy has beaten Pentagon Jr. Cero Mierda. Anyway, Kenny Omega has beaten Brody Lee and is Sting in the main event. No, Nick Jackson has Nick Jackson has beaten Cash Wheeler. I mean, to be fair, that is kind of expected. I mean, if this was AEW in real life, Sting's not going to be on AEW every single week. I imagine he doesn't want to do that whole schedule again. So, you know, that makes sense. I get it. And now we go ahead and move on to AEW Dynamite Week 2 in June here. Flight Reacts in June is going crazy. But the question is Matt Hardy still going crazy? That's just a self-promotion promo. No one interrupted. Okay. Brody Lee has beaten Miro. Darby Allin has finally got a win for himself against Cody Rhodes. You'll love to see that for the TNT champion. Kenny Omega has lost to Vacant, or he beat Vacant. Well, I don't know who that is against the potential rivalry against the champion, but anyway, and Sting is not on this card, but Luchasaurus and Joey Janela are teaming up against the Young Bucks, but they still didn't pick up a win. And I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea who this person is right here, this mysterious figure, but maybe it's like maybe Kenny Omega ended up being, he was talking on the mic, and then a promo popped up on the screen, and he was like, who's that gonna be? I mean, I don't know, maybe that's what happened, or maybe I just modded something wrong. I don't know, I'm new to this modding thing, okay? I'm sorry. Oh my god, I don't know, maybe I did something wrong. Anyway, is Sting on June week 3? That is the question right here. Let's go ahead and find out. Brian Cage has been, my god, Darby Allin, you are a new type of down bad in this simulation. The poor TNT champion just keeps losing. He's definitely gonna lose that title, by the way, soon. Pac has beaten Brody Lee, the Exalted One. John Moxley has gone ahead and beaten Matt Hardy. Kenny Omega has beaten Miro, and in the main event, FTR have beaten Luchasaurus and Dustin Rhodes. Very interesting team, and Sting is once again not on AEW Dynamite. Okay. Well, for the sake of this simulation, Sting, I really hope you return soon. I mean, and I only just noticed, but the rivalries there you can see at the bottom. AEW Dynamite, the Young Bucks against FTR has become a rivalry, and the Matt Hardy versus John Moxley has become a rivalry. But the question is, can Sting get into a rivalry at some point soon? Kenny Omega has beaten Dustin Rhodes. John Moxley has beaten SCU member Scorpio Sky. Brody Lee has beaten Miro. Is Sting seriously not on this card again? I could see it coming, but Proud and Powerful have beaten the tag team champions, and Darby Allin has finally got a win back against Brian Cage, but still no Sting. Maybe he's hanging out in the rafters. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. And I don't know what I'm doing. I went to hitch my headset. I meant to do. What is wrong with me? But now we're moving on to July week 1 here, where Brian Cage is on the cover. Can Sting return already? Where is Sting? What happened to Sting? Kenny Omega has beaten Pac. Okay, you know that was a banger. Matt Hardy has beaten Miro. Christopher Daniels and Kazarian have beaten Proud and Powerful. The Young Bucks have beaten FTR. And again, no Sting. Where is the Stinger? What the hell is going on? Darby Allin, though, good for Darby Allin, getting back on a win streak. But the question is, where the hell is Sting? Oh my god, okay, please be on this card. You've been gone for weeks now. Darby Allin has once again beaten another superstar in Joey Janela, or another wrestler I should say. His win streak is continuing. Brody Lee has pinned Scorpio Sky. John Moxley and Matt Hardy are teaming up. Interesting to see the two rivals teaming up right there, but they got the win over Proud and Powerful. Good for them. Miro has pinned the AEW World Champion, and again, no Sting. What the hell? What the hell is this? Where's Sting? Oh my god, are you telling me this guy came back to Tony Schiavone being like, it's Sting? And now I'm just like, where's Sting? How is Sting? What is Sting? Anyway, moving on from Sting's weird disappearance on AEW Dynamite, it'll be interesting to see if he's on this card. Hopefully he is, for the sake of this simulation. Matt Jackson has beaten Cash Wheeler in a singles match. John Moxley has beaten Scorpio Sky. And Sting, thank God. Let me hear that hallelujah track again. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Because Sting is back on AEW and he has pinned the Exalted One. This would be a very exciting feud, by the way. I'd love to see the Dark Order against Sting, because that just makes all the sense in the world. But anyway, Sting has pinned Brody Lee. Love to see him back. Kenny Omega has beaten Miro, and Darby Allin has lost in the main event to the Machine, Brian Cage. Who can stop the path of Cage? But now here we are in July week 4 for AEW Dynamite, where once again, oh wait, interesting, Brian Cage and Darby Allin, the two rivals, are teaming up on Dynamite. Okay, and they go ahead and pick up the win, because, you know, what's better than one tag team? It's two singles competitors who are incredibly talented. I don't know where I was going with that, but I styled it out, I think. Anyway, moving on, Brody Lee has got a win back after losing to Sting a week ago against Scorpio Sky. Christopher Daniels and Kazarian have beaten two other rivals who were teaming up. Apparently they couldn't be on the same page this time. Cash Wheeler has lost to Nick Jackson, and in the main event, ooh, this is interesting. Sting is now tussling with the big boy, the AEW World Champion Kenny Omega. Okay, Sting, I see you. Is Sting about to become AEW World Champion? I'm not gonna lie to you, I would really like to see that. I mean, he's lost against Kenny Omega here, but it's a potential rivalry, so hopefully this is where we're going, Tony Khan, or whoever the hell's booking Dynamite right now, I don't know. The point is, this is gonna be a very interesting story to follow as we head into August here in the simulation. Maxwell Jacob Friedman is finally on an episode of Dynamite. Can he? Oh! Okay, he says he's better than you and he knows it, and apparently he is. He can pin the AEW World Champion, but Sting can't. Interesting. MJF is better than Sting, apparently. Anyway, moving on, Brody Lee has beaten Inner Circle leader Chris Jericho. John Moxley has beaten Matt Hardy once again. Nick Jackson has beaten Cash Wheeler. And in the main event, Brian Cage has beaten Darby Allin in a promo, although it was probably Taz that was talking for Brian Cage. Oh my god, Sting is taking on John Moxley. You know that this would be a banger of a match right here. Oh my god. Okay, please Sting, tell me you beat John Moxley. No, why? Oh my god, what are you just putting over all the younger talent? Because I mean, I get it, but come on Sting, I want to see you as champion one more time. Anyway, SCU have gone ahead and beat Proud and Powerful. Brian Cage has beaten Miro in a massive man match. Cody has pinned the AEW World Champion. Okay, interesting thing right there. Kenny Omega, yeah. Anyway, FTR have gone ahead and beaten the Young Bucks in the main event, but Sting, at least he's showing up now. I mean, if there's one thing I'm happy to see, it's that Sting is finally on an AEW card again, because for some reason he was disappearing earlier. Anyway, on to August week 3. The SCU have got, I just did it again. Why do I keep calling them the SCU? You know what? I'm sorry, okay? I haven't had much sleep today, but I'm still trying to keep up the energy. It just means I keep messing up my words for some reason. Anyway, they picked up a win against the two rivals of Matt Hardy and John Moxley. Brody Lee and Scorpio Sky. Is Scorpio Sky joining the Dark Order? Well, that is very interesting. We'll keep our eye on that situation. They beat Proud and Powerful, who just cannot seem to get a win, by the way. Maxwell Jacob Friedman has pinned the AEW World Champion. Wow, this guy is on a roll right now. Okay, Darby Allin has beaten Brian Cage in a rivalry match, and Nick Jackson has beaten Cash Wheeler again. You've got to imagine, by the way, that in the next couple weeks here on Dynamite, we are getting close to one of those big, like, championship matches or championship cards they have in Universe Mode, where there's a bunch of championship matches. So I'm imagining we're going to get FTR versus the Young Bucks for the tag titles. We'll probably get a not North American, TNT championship match against with these two, and we'll probably get an AEW World title match, maybe MJF versus Kenny Omega. I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon. Now here we go again for another week of AEW Dynamite in the final week of August here, SummerSlam week, also All Out week. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any championship matches on this card right here to signify All Out being a thing. But anyway, Joey Janela has also beaten Kenny Omega. Wow. Okay, Kenny, you are low key down bad. But anyway, Matt Hardy has beaten someone. Wait a second, I'm gonna go figure this out. Is there any way I can see who this is? I legitimately have no idea who this mysterious person is, but Matt Hardy has beaten whoever that is. We'll find out whoever that is later on. I guess I modded someone wrong or did something wrong. I don't know, man. I honestly just don't know, but after I finish making this video, I'm definitely gonna try and figure out who the hell that mysterious person is and remod them, whoever it is. I don't know. There's someone I'm forgetting on the AEW roster right now, and it's gonna drive me insane, so hopefully we can figure out who that is. Chris Jericho has beaten Brody Lee. Darby Allin has beaten Brian Cage once again, and Nick Jackson has once again beaten Cash Wheeler in the main event. Now we move on to September week 1 here on AEW Dynamite. Is Sting back in action? Dax Harwood has beaten Matt Jackson. Brody Lee has beaten Miro. Matt Hardy gets his win over John Moxley finally. Kenny Omega in a banger, you know that was a banger, has beaten Pentagon Jr. And in the main event, Brian Cage has won a promo against Darby Allin. Moving on now to September week 2 for another episode of AEW Dynamite, where Brian Cage has beaten Matt Hardy. Brody Lee has beaten Dustin Rhodes. SCU, I almost said the SCU again. They have beaten Proud and Powerful. Kenny Omega has beaten Cody Rhodes, and in the main event, Cash Wheeler has beaten Nick Jackson once again. Oh my god, where the hell is Sting again? For God's sake, this guy just comes in and out. He's floating up, and then he goes down, and I don't know where he is. But anyway, Kenny Omega has beaten Cody. Miro has pinned Joey Janela. Brody Lee has beaten John Moxley. Interesting. And there we go. That's what I was talking about. The TNT Championship is on the line. I told you the championship matches would be on the line at random Dynamites throughout the year, which kind of makes it more exciting, I'm not gonna lie. Like, in a weird kind of way, I like just having like random episodes of Dynamite, and it's just like championship match, boom, there it is. And Darby Allin, despite the fact that he lost sometimes to Brian Cage, has gone ahead and retained the TNT Championship. And in the main event, Cash Wheeler has beaten Matt Jackson. You know we're getting warmer to that tag team championship match as well. But once again, Where is Sting? Is this what it's gonna be like here on the week of Hell in a Cell, September week 4? Is there gonna be no Sting again? Kenny Omega beats Cody, okay. Brody Lee beats Miro, SCU beats Proud and Powerful, Darby Allin has pinned Chris Jericho, and once again, no Sting. My god, come on man, where are you Sting? Okay, Darby Allin, okay, Jon Moxley has pinned the TNT champion. Maybe he's the next to go after Darby Allin's title now that he's done with Brian Cage. Brody Lee has beaten Miro, SCU have lost to Proud and Powerful, Nick Jackson once again beats Cash Wheeler, and Brian Cage has pinned the AEW World Champion. Oh my god, October week 2, Sting mate, Sting, where are you? God, Luchasaurus has even beat Kenny Omega. I don't know what's going on at this point. How are you losing Kenny so much? But anyway, Brian Cage beats Dustin Rhodes, and there he lost. Oh. Okay, you know what? Bittersweet. Happy to see him, not happy to see him lose. But still, he's in a match against Darby Allin, the TNT champion. You know that these two in a rivalry right now would be amazing, especially after that showdown that they had, or the little stare-off that they had when Sting returned. So this feud could be interesting if it ends up being an actual thing. Because interestingly, it does say rivalry match right there, so maybe this is gonna head into a rivalry. I don't know if it's saying like Darby's just in a rivalry, or I don't know. There's no R next to Sting's name, so maybe it's not him in the rivalry, which is quite sad. But anyway, Brody Lee beats Sammy Guevara, and in the main event, FTR have beaten the Young Bucks again. We move on now to October week 3 for another episode of Dynamite where Sammy Guevara has beaten Chris Jericho, which by the way, Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho were allies at the start of this simulation, so I think Inner Circle has already split up just a few months into this, so not a good sign for the boys heading into the future. Brody Lee has beaten Pentagon Jr., SCU has beaten Proud and Powerful, Kenny Omega beats Cody in a promo, you know that was a banger of a segment right there, and Nick Jackson for the 8,000th week in a row has beaten Cash Wheeler. And once again, there is no Sting. Oh my god. Now we are moving on to October week 4. Please tell me Sting is doing something on this show. I don't care what you do, just tell me he's doing something. Sammy Guevara beats Brody Lee. Brian Cage beats Chris Jericho. Yes. Yes! Oh my god, finally Sting and Darby Allin are going at it, and it looks like Sting is now in a rivalry, by the way. Is it these two in the rivalry? Ooh, okay. Sting and Darby Allin might be fighting for the TNT Championship very soon. Kenny Omega and Cody goes to a draw, I guess is what that means. Again, I don't know what it means, but anyway, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks against FTR, and they pick up a win. The wrestling world is rejoicing after all this Young Bucks and FTR action. And now here we go into November week 1, aka my birthday week. Is Sting on AEW again? Hopefully he is. Brian Cage beats Jon Moxley, Miro beats Scorpio Sky, Brody Lee beats Luchasaurus, Sting loses to Darby Allin again. Huh. Wow. Sting, mate? I mean, I understand putting over the young talent, but can you give yourself a win? This is your video, by the way, in case you missed the memo. What, can you win? Oh my god, I hope this is not what it's like in real life. The guy's gotta win something and Cody wins the main event promo. Jesus. Hang on a second. I was just talking about this. Look at who is on the cover of Dynamite this week. If he's on the cover, that surely means he is going to get a win, right? Oh my god, please, please. You know what? It doesn't matter. Let me just skip to the disappointment. Oh my god, I feel like I was waiting for a Sting win right there forever, but he has finally pinned, oh wait, no, that's a promo, sorry, he's beaten the champion in a promo, but still, the point is, a win is a win in my books, and he has beaten Darby Allin at something, and we can all rejoice about that. But now we move on to November week 3, where Pentagon Jr. has beaten Brian Cage, Brody Lee has beaten Shawn Spears, Miro has beaten Joey Janela, Sting has once again beaten Darby Allin. This time he's actually pinned the champion, you love to see that, and Cody has pinned the AEW World Champion, but we're coming after that TNT title, baby. We'll come after Kenny later, but right now, we're coming for Darby Allin's ass. And this is just something that you love to see. Sting is on the AEW Dynamite cover once again, but the question is, does he pick up another win? Cody has beaten Pac in a rivalry match, Miro has beaten Brody Lee, FTR finally with a different tag match other than the Young Bucks has beaten SCU, Nick Jackson and Matt Jackson again with another tag match other than FTR have beaten Proud and Powerful, and Sting has beaten Darby Allin again. Yes, come on Sting. I can't do the Sting thing, but I can do the woo. Oh god, sometimes I make a video and I just don't really know what I'm doing, to be completely honest. But we move on to December week 1 right now, and I think I just saw that Sting was in a rivalry officially with Darby Allin, and he's got a different match here against Joey Janela. Does he pick up the win? Yes, he does. Sting is building momentum. I said to him, I had a word with him. Listen here, Sting, you're a legend in this business. You need to start winning some matches, and now he's just beating everyone on the roster because... why not, really? Why not? Brody Lee has beaten Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Kenny Omega and Luchasaurus goes to a draw. I don't know. Brian Cage has beaten Jon Moxley. And in the main event, Miro and Shawn Spears look like they're forming a team. They lose to the tag team champions of the Young Bucks. Yeah, and this time Cody Rhodes is on the cover for this edition of Dynamite here in December. The Young Bucks beat Santana and Ortiz. Brody Lee has beaten Shawn Spears. In a triple threat match, Pentagon Jr. has beaten Brian Cage and Luchasaurus. And... no. Oh, I really thought Sting, with all the momentum that he had been building, was going to beat Darby Allin for the TNT title, but that's still big for Darby Allin. He retains the title against Sting, and you know that was a banger right there. And in the main event of AEW Dynamite, there's another championship match. This must have been a huge edition, a Christmas edition or something. Cody is the new AEW World Champion. Interesting. Okay. Very, very interesting. Kenny Omega wasn't a losing streak though, so, you know, politely and respectfully, rest in peace, Bozo. I'm joking. I love Kenny Omega. But anyway, we are continuing on now. I think Christmas is over, and Darby Allin has beaten Matt Hardy. Okay. SCU has beaten Proud and Powerful. Brody Lee beats Jon Moxley. Matt Jackson beats Cash Wheeler. When are these guys going to have a championship match? And Cody has beaten Kenny Omega in a promo. And for those of you that may be wondering, why is there a WWE microphone right there? I couldn't change it to an AEW logo. It's just, I'll figure it out, okay? I'm still new to this modding thing, but this is good enough for me right now. I'm doing what I can. But anyway, now we are here at the final AEW of the year, the final AEW Dynamite in December week 4. Maxwell Jacob Friedman has pinned the TNT champion. Brody Lee has beaten Shawn Spears. Santana and Ortiz pick up a win against Kazarian and Daniels. Chris Jericho loses to Kenny Omega. And in the main event, Cash Wheeler has beaten Matt Jackson. And to end the year here in AEW, there was no Sting on the card. Okay. But now we move on to another edition of AEW Dynamite, and it's a new year. Yes, it is. There you go. The Young Bucks have beaten Santana and Ortiz, sorry. Brian Cage has beaten Scorpio Sky. Kazarian and Daniels beat Jon Moxley and Matt Hardy. That feud has been going on forever now. Darby Allin has lost to... oh, he's beaten... whoever this is. I don't know. I mean, you never know. Maybe this is the storyline that they're building in AEW right now. You know, there's a mystery guy that keeps coming in, but you don't know who he is because he's under a mask. He's vacant. You don't know who he is, who his identity is, and he keeps coming in and fighting the champions or something. I don't know what story I'm trying to make up. But anyway, main event, Brody Lee has been the former AEW World Champion. Oh my god. I'm just trying to think, like, who that could be. I mean, is there a way that I can, like, see, finally, these guys have gone ahead and got an AEW Tag Team Championship match. Okay, but Sting is not in this card, so I guess I just want to see who wins this match right here. The Young Bucks retain the titles. Okay, now here we are for another edition of AEW Dynamite, this time in January week 3. Brian Cage has gone ahead and beaten Chris Jericho. Sting is back and he has beaten the Exalted One. Okay, hopefully Sting can pick up some silverware before, or some, not some silverware, some gold before this simulation ends, because right now he is kind of down bad, I'm not gonna lie. But Sting goes ahead and beats Brody Lee. Kenny Omega has beaten Cody. Moving on, Joey Janela goes ahead and beats Jon Moxley. And in the main event, the Young Bucks beat Kazarian and Daniels. Okay, now here we are in January week 4 for another episode of AEW Dynamite. Darby Allin has decided to switch himself out for Joey Janela in this match right here. I don't really know what happened because it doesn't tell me. I guess it tells me on the news, right? Does it? Wait a second, where is it? We're in January week 4, okay. Heated aggression was on display yet again between the championship rivals as Darby Allin attacked Jon Moxley before the match began. This superstar set this hostile precedent before in the past, but he's now turning up as he looks to definitively beat his opponent with their impending title match. Okay, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know why I haven't more often been looking at this news segment, because it actually does provide a lot of context as to what is going on. So now we know Darby Allin and Jon Moxley are about to fight for the TNT championship, but the question is, I was just about to say, the question is Sting gonna get a championship match? Look at what we have here. Is Sting gonna get a championship match? I think he is, because apparently this rivalry is all about mental warfare, as Cody interfered with Sting's match to throw off his focus. The seed of doubt has been planted in the challenger's mind, forcing him to wonder what the champion will hit him with next on the way to their title match. Oh, fucking K. Oh shit, Sting is about to fight Cody for the AEW World title. I didn't even look through the rest of the card, by the way. Okay, Sting beat Kenny Omega, very big dub right there. But yeah, I didn't even look through the rest of the card. I just want to look through news now. I'll be honest, that news feature, I've been sleeping on it way too much. There is, wait a second, the WWE universe, the AEW universe, sorry, booed Pac and Pentagon Jr. after this aggressive display. My god, I can't speak. The crowd was disappointed at the lengths these superstars are willing to go to beat their rivals. Okay, so we've now got 2/3 of what do they call it? Oh my god, I'm totally blanking. Oh, it's gonna kill me. What are they called? Why have I forgotten that? Bear with me a second. I've got to figure out what the hell these three were called. Ray Phoenix, Pentagon Jr. and Pac were called the Death Triangle. There it is. I remember because on Spotify, they've got an amazing theme song, like a slowed down version of Neville Pac's theme. My god, what the hell is wrong with me? I keep messing up my words, but the point is, the Death Triangle, 2/3 of them have now teamed up here in AEW. That was a very long-winded way of me saying that. But you got the point. Anyway, let's go on now to February, where it is looking like Sting and Cody are about to engage in battle right now, and it's very interesting to see, by the way, especially after what Sting said in real life to Cody. See you around, kid. I think that's actually going to happen in real life now eventually between Cody and Sting, so that's very exciting to see that this simulation is playing out like that. But anyway, Nick Jackson beats Pentagon Jr., Brody Lee beats Chris Jericho, Brian Cage beats Dustin Rhodes, Kenny Omega with Sting in his corner has beaten the world champion Cody. Okay, I guess Sting helped him out there. Sting was just like, you know what, Kenny, I'll help you out. And Darby Allin, the former, or the current TNT champion, has beaten Jon Moxley, sorry. I'm not gonna lie, things are really heating up here on AEW Dynamite right now. Things are getting exciting. But anyway, Brian Cage has gone ahead and beaten Luchasaurus. Brody Lee beat Scorpio Sky. Sting has pinned the AEW World Champion. I'm liking where this is going. I'm liking this simulation today. I'm in a good mood right now. Things are going well. The Young Bucks have gone ahead and beaten Pac and Pentagon Jr., 2/3 of the Death Triangle, and in the main event, Darby Allin has beaten Jon Moxley once again. And you know what we're gonna go ahead and do? We're gonna go ahead and look at news. Where is the Sting news? Okay, I'm liking this news feature, you know. I can't believe I only just started doing this. But anyway, Cody lured Sting into a cheap shot at the start of their non-title match. The underhanded attack intended to infuriate his opponent. He'll be at a significant advantage if he can continue to goad his opponent into making mistakes when the title is on the line. Okay, interesting, the way they phrase that, because the way they make it seem is that Cody was the one being lured in, but Sting, yeah, you guys totally understand what I was just saying, right? I'm glad. Okay, cool. Moving on. Jon Moxley has once again lost to Darby Allin, the TNT champion. Chris Jericho has beaten Brody Lee. Brian Cage beats Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Sting has once again beaten the AEW World Champion. I love where this is going. This is great. And SCU have pinned the tag champions in the main event. Okay, you know that AEW right now with stuff like this is definitely beating NXT in the ratings. There's no doubt about it. And I'm not even someone who really cares about the whole ratings war thing. I kind of find it a little bit cringy sometimes. But at the same time, for the sake of argument and for the sake of AEW simulation's sake, they are definitely beating NXT in the ratings right now. With stuff like this, it's just, it's good shit, really. It is truly good shit. But anyway, now we move on to February week 4, where Sting is on the cover again. Okay, the question is, does he go ahead and pick up another win? Excuse me, Kenny Omega, who the fuck do you think you are? Who said you could come in here and ruin the momentum of the icon? What the hell? but anyway, it's a rivalry match, so maybe, let's check news. Cody, yeah, I was gonna say, maybe Cody distracted him. Cody attacks Sting from behind after leaving him open. Okay, $60 game, by the way. AAA game, by the way. Spelling mistakes, by the way. It's like an Italian person said this. After leaving him open with a distraction, these actions just go, what is wrong with me? I truly don't know anymore. But anyway, these actions just go to show how much contempt the attacker has for his title match opponent, viewing him merely as an obstacle that needs to be removed from the championship picture by force. Okay, and now we're heading into March week 1, where AEW is absolutely killing it right now. Here we go, another Sting versus Cody match, and this time Cody goes ahead and wins. Did anything else happen here? Darby Allin won a promo against Sammy Guevara. But as far as news go, let's see. Cody made his intentions clear after blindsiding Sting before the match could start. Why is Cody a heel right now? Fight like a man. Wow, Cody is actually going to cheat in this title match, isn't he? I can see it happening. This son of a bitch is going to pull an Eddie Guerrero right here and blame Sting with a steel chair. I can already see it. Come on, Cody, man. I don't know when this guy's guy turned heel at all. I guess it was in the feud with Omega or something after he won the title. But anyway, let's see again. Is there... Okay, Sting beats Kenny Omega. And just as you'd expect, tensions explode around champion and challenger after a fight erupts between Cody and Sting on the stage. Okay, things are heating up. We've got to get that championship match soon. Maybe in March week 3 right here, we are going to see the AEW World title match for Sting right here. Okay, is it on the card? No, but Sting is in a match against Kenny Omega and he lost. No doubt about it. This was another Cody distraction or Cody attacking him from behind. Okay, Cody. Okay, Cody, I see you. You want to play dirty heading into March week 4? Okay, we're still taking that title off you. American Nightmare. As Cody versus Sting again here. Cody has beaten Sting, no doubt about it. It was via dirty shenanigans. Yep, he did not stop after the bell and continued the attack. Cody is a son of a bitch. He is an absolute son of a bitch. Were there any other title matches? And again, with this mysterious guy. Who is this man? Who the hell is this? My god, it's gonna kill me. And Pac and Pentagon Jr. beat the Young Bucks. Okay. But anyway, now everybody take a deep breath because we are heading into the final month of this Sting simulation where hopefully Sting can pick up the AEW World title before we end things. Cody beats him in a promo and there are no other title matches, but Pac and Pentagon do the thing again against the Young Bucks. But what is the news on this situation right here? Sting called the champion out to the ring, eager to show him up on the mic. Cody answered the challenge and had his own words to share. He's undeniable, you know, etc, etc, things that Cody say, things that Cody says, but turned the verbal exchange into a physical one after starting a brawl. The champion looking infuriated that the challenger would have had the nerve to call him out. Alrighty then, it is now WrestleMania week, but we don't give a damn about that WWE bullshit over here. It is all about Sting and Cody Rhodes. No! Oh no, I really thought Sting was about to win the AEW Championship before we ended this simulation, and the Young Bucks retained the World Tag Team Championships, the AEW Tag Team Championships against Pac and Pentagon Jr. What a stacked card this is on WrestleMania week, by the way, but Cody has gone ahead and retained the AEW World Championship. Let's just go ahead and see what kind of dirty tactics this son of a bitch used, because you already know he used it. Cody came out of his title match with a win, successfully defending it. Okay, there was no dirty shenanigans. He literally just retained. You know what? Fair enough. I mean, for as much as I would in real life like to see Sting as AEW champion, if Cody was a champion and they had a good enough reason for making him retain, fair enough, you know, it makes sense. And the Young Bucks are still the World Tag Team Champions by the time we get to next April, so we'll see if that happens in real life. And to be fair, by the way, I'm acting like this simulation is over, but it basically is now. He's not going to get another title match before we end things here, but there are still 2 more weeks before we get to the end of the year, so hopefully Sting could pull a rabbit out of the hat right here. Or not. He's not even on this card. Kenny Omega and Cody is the program once again. I guess fuck Sting, right? Oh man, Sting did not go ahead and pick up a championship. This is just a running theme for my simulations. First we had the Shield. Roman could not pick up the title against Kofi in the Shield sim, and Asuka could not pick up the NXT Women's Championship, and now Sting is having an absolute mare against Cody. And so now here we go, AEW Dynamite week 4 in April, the final one of this simulation. Did Sting go ahead and pick up anything? A dub or anything? He's not even on the show. Wow. Okay, that's a little depressing, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I guess that's where we end things. Sting went ahead, he put over Cody Rhodes, he put over Darby Allin, and then he said goodbye to AEW. And if this actually becomes true in real life, I am so tweeting this out right here, because I will have basically predicted the entire AEW future. I mean, a feud with Darby Allin for the TNT Championship, and then a match against Cody Rhodes for the AEW World title. Is that gonna happen in real life? Maybe. Maybe people are coming back to this video right now saying, oh my god, Deonte predicted this. I don't know, I can't see the future personally. For as much as I claim to be an oracle, I actually can't see it. I know. Breaking the business, fourth wall pulled back. But anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed this AEW simulation. Let me know if you want to see more AEW simulations in WWE 2K Universe mode on PC, on the mods and everything. We'll be definitely getting more modded superstars into this, and we'll definitely be building up that women's division as well, so there'll be actually women on the card next time. There was none this time. Poor Hikaru Shida has nowhere to wrestle, but hopefully you enjoyed this AEW simulation nonetheless. If you did go ahead and enjoy it, then be sure to drop a massive like on every other time out of small YouTuber, a lot more than you think, and also be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any up-and-coming content on the channel. And yeah, there it is, Sting's AEW career, at least for the next year, simulated. He did not pick up any titles, although he did have 2 title matches. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and that's been it. Too sweet.